Alrighty, what's up you guys and welcome to a Better Days original deck profile. We're going to be talking about cubics today. I'm laughing. I like this deck. That's all I got for you. The main point of the deck is to just literally get this guy out. And as a preface, not a breakfast, sorry. As a preface, there's a lot of different ways you could play this deck. Just take it with a grain of salt. That's all I gotta say. It's just to give you an idea. It's kind of the first thing I thought of when I wanted to play the deck. So there you go. So yeah. So starting off. Anyway, so starting off, this is gonna be like literally the only monster from cubics in the main deck that I play. Yeah, it's a cubic deck. So of course. So we're going to be playing 3 Cubic Lord. You literally need 3 of them to get the fusion out, so that's what I got there. And to go along with him, we're playing 1 King of the Swamp. You probably don't want to play 2 of this because you're only summoning 1 of the fusion. So, and on to the rest of the part of this deck that makes it just kind of shitty. 3 card D because you just want to draw into your pieces, and you're not going to be doing a lot of playing on your turn, so you might as well just have card D. It's like Pot of Greed, kind of. And then Max C, just in case we go second, or anything else, because like I said, we're not going to be doing a whole lot of stuff on our turn, so 3 Effect Veiler. Let's just get all the girls out here. 3 Ghost Ogre. Oh yeah, and we're still going. And 3 Cherries. This is where the deck just turns into a piece of shit. Effect Veiler is obvious. Ghost Ogre is obvious. We play Cherries because you are not doing anything in this extra deck except for summoning the fusion monster, so why not play Cherries? It actually cucks a lot of decks. That's just what Cherry does. And pretty much the entire extra deck is going to be subject to what you want to play and what you're most afraid of, or what you're seeing in the meta, and just save room for 1 of the fusion, I guess. So it's like 14 Cherries targets and 1 fusion. It's a lot. Or if there's something that's like dumping extra deck stuff, you can play 3 of the fusion or whatever. So we're playing 3 of the girls. Ash Blossom is banned. Joel and Lockbird's banned. That's really about all I gotta say about that. And then we're playing a small psy-frame engine, just because we're literally not gonna have anything on the board, like ever. So psy-frames are really good, and they kind of combo with another card, kind of sets it up that helps us thin our deck out. So that's all I gotta say. These 2 are both at 1, or else you'd be playing more of them instead of Alpha. But Alpha is good for setting up the other card in the deck, which I'll talk about later. And for the spells, we're playing 3 Karma, 3 Dharma. These have graveyard effects. That's really all you're going to be using on these. You might play 1 Dharma in your back row in case you draw like an extra Dharma or a Karma or something. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the spells, except for, well, I should say the cubic spells, sorry. I don't remember if those are the only cubic spells. I don't think they are. But those are the good ones. So this is how you get your fusion out. I'm only playing this because you can use monsters from your hand. So Polyramization and other fusion cards do not allow you to use cards from your hand most of the time, or would be playing like Fusion Substitute. So Dark Fusion, and it also gives it that nice little bonus when it comes out. Cannot be targeted by card effects for the rest of the turn. And then we're playing 3 Duality because once again, we are not doing anything on our turn really until we start doing the fusion. So pretty laid out. And this card could literally be whatever you want it to be. If you want 3 Fiendish Chain or like something else. It's a good way to deal with the whole board. It doesn't target. It doesn't destroy. Just whole field compulse. So this can literally kind of be like whatever you want. We're only playing 6 traps, so That's just kind of what it is. You can play like a Warning, some Bottomless, I don't know. And this is the card that works with the cubic spells and also the psy-frames. So you literally grab both of those from your deck, and with the psy-frames, it keeps the psy-frames from not getting banished at the end of the turn. So that's pretty good. Or at least the driver. So having just the driver on board and beating with 2,500, not too bad. You don't really need it. That's not the point of it, but it does help set up magical hats because a lot of the times we're not going to be having anything on the board. So having these, that's why I play the alpha, just to have targets for magical hats. You really only need to get like one magical hats off for the double search. Because you can just banish both of these. Pretty good. And that's going to be it for the main deck. 6 traps. Like maybe 10 spells, and then like the rest is just hand traps and random bullshit. Now this excuse me. This is going to be a pretty quick death profile because this is literally the only card that you're required to play in the extra deck. And then I'm just going to make a lot of suggestions based on what I'm kind of seeing. We're doing like a tier list talk, so kind of what I'm seeing, like the tier list coming to. It's still pretty early in the infancy of the format, so take it with a grain of salt. You play this guy. This is like literally just a win condition. When you get him out, when he attacks, he halves the opponent's life points. And then, yeah, he's got 4,500 attack, and he's unaffected by card effects or something. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. He can also make a second attack during each battle phase, so after he destroys a monster. So that's pretty good. He's literally just a win condition. So that's the reason to play the deck, is to get that guy out. All the other main deck monsters, I'll note, just they're not really worth a damn, to be honest. I mean, there's the one guy that sends something from the deck to the grave, but that's about the only other direction I would consider taking, because the other ones have to funnel into specific ones from your hand. And then just literally onto the Cherries targets. Toad, because Cherries banishes the card, this is actually really good against the one Toad. Especially if you're playing against like Paleozoics, they don't really have much else. They kind of want to keep cycling that Toad, so yeah, really good. Banish all the Dantes. If you're playing against Evil Swarm, because Ophion will cuck you getting your fusion out. If you're getting annoyed with the Zodiac thing, or you just don't want him to have it, because that's also like a power play for a lot of decks. Dinosaurs, you can play Dolka too if you want. Trap Tricks will fuck up your fusion. Pardon my language, I'm sorry. Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon. This stops the Dragon Rulers from doing a lot of crazy stuff. Draco Sack is like dealable. I mean, like the Red Eye's Flare aren't really that bad. It just stops them from like looping a bunch of the vanillas, I guess, and just having a lot of damage on board. But that's why we play Storming too, because if they just have 3 of these, I mean, they're gonna get wrecked by Storming. And this stops like the train deck, or you can play Gustav Cannon Max. I'm putting the TG Hyper Librarian in the deck because a lot of the fusion, like Dark Synchro and Water Synchro and all that, they really, really like to have TG Hyper Librarian on the board. So, and if you banish it, they can't like special summon it back because it wasn't summoned properly. So that's pretty good. Or I don't know if that's the thing. I'm pretty sure that's like the ruling, but correct me if I'm wrong. And then we do actually just play the targets for these because they can banish themselves and still like you can set up for the other psy-frames if you have them in your hand. They're just in there. Also, you can get rid of the Omega with Cherries if you're scared of it. And then I put the Quasar in here because of Necros and any kind of the heavy like Synchron or just like Synchro decks. If I had a copy of Calamity on me, I'd probably put that in here too, or instead of Quasar. But it does stop like the Necros, so And then Construct. I mean, you could put Shekanaga in here if you want to. These are all just ideas. And then the Tiara for Infernoids. I couldn't really think of anything super crazy that you would want to get out. These are like literally the main ones, I guess. Like probably play the Toad and the Dante. The Dryden's a really solid option because there's going to be a lot of Zodiac out there. Definitely play the Flare Metal Dragon. And I think even the Librarian is kind of like a... probably just like an auto ad. Like, because if Synchro decks don't have this, they're drawing a lot less cards. So that kind of kills it for them. It slows them down a lot. And then you can also draw other cherries. And I mean, you can get rid of their Omega too or their Quasar. So... whatever you're feeling, you just have to play at least... where'd he go? Sorry, I'm being messy. Oh, yeah. You just got to play your win con. So as long as you're playing him, you're good to go. And that's the deck profile. You can side DD Crow, whatever you want to. Yeah, it's just an idea to get you started with Cubics. Do I recommend playing Cubics? If you want to have fun. Time will tell how good this deck is. I'm guessing it's pretty low in Rogue, although it does have a lot of options when it comes to negating stuff. So thank you for joining me, you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.